I couldn't force him to want to father me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're eating Wingstop. I got some wings and I got some fries. I'm not a big fan of Wingstop. So in my last video, I was talking about my relationship with my dad. So that's what I did. So I posted a Q&A on Instagram. I posted it for you guys to be able to ask me questions involving my dad. So I'm going to answer those questions in this mukbang. So we're just going to get started. Let me eat some chicken first. Okay, so I'm going to go from the simple ones to like the more harder ones, I guess. So the first one is just about my dad in general. They said, what race is he? My dad is African American. I think he has like Irish in him. My mom is black. My dad is black. The next question was, what branch of the military is he in? He's in the Air Force, but I don't know like what he really does. When I was younger, he would get deployed a lot. Now I don't even know if he gets deployed. I don't know. Somebody asked when was the last time I talked to him, and I answered this in my last video, but last time that we've had a conversation was on my graduation, which was in May of 2018. On Father's Day, he did message me, and he told me if I ever needed anything that I could just talk to him or call him. But me personally, I felt like he texted me that because it was Father's Day and he kind of wanted to feel like a good father. Because before that, he hasn't texted me happy birthday or any holiday. So, do you see yourself having a relationship with your dad? And I think they mean like future-wise. Do I see like me and my dad ever talking or stuff like that? I really don't, because I don't see myself trying for that, and I don't see him trying for that. We just don't talk. I'm not going to push anything that somebody else doesn't want. I'm not going to try and force a relationship onto him if that's not what he wants. But no, I don't. Somebody asked, how do I feel about my dad? And I feel like this is a hard question because obviously that's my dad, that's family. So I care about him and I love him. But it's like I don't even know him. We literally could not sit in a room and have a full conversation. Like, we would have nothing to talk about. I love him because that's my dad and I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. But I don't know him. Like, that chicken tastes weird. Like, yeah, I did grow up with him, but like I said in my last video, he was very distant from me. The next question is, how do you handle your emotions? And I guess they're asking how do I handle my emotions about my dad. I don't even think I have any. I feel like sometimes I'll get sad because I'll see other people have a relationship with their dad, and that kind of makes me like want that. I feel like that's the only thing that makes me sad, I guess, about it. You can't force. What is that, a bug? What was that? I think that was my hair. Oh yeah, right here. That scared me. You can't force anybody to have a relationship with you if they don't want one. I couldn't force him to want to father me if he didn't want to, because at the end of the day, I was always going to have my mom regardless if he wanted to be there or not. The next question is, have you ever blamed yourself? Honestly, at first, I didn't, because I was like, if he wants to have a relationship with me, then he'll have one. And that's not my fault. But then, when I started trying to talk to him and he didn't respond, it made me feel like I just wasn't good enough for him to want a relationship with. You know what I mean? To me, in my head, I've always thought like when I have kids, I would never want them to feel like I just don't care about them. And that's how he made me feel a lot, because I would text him or I would call him and he just wouldn't respond. Unless it was like benefiting him, he never really put in the effort towards me. But other than that, I feel like you can't blame yourself every time something goes wrong. Somebody said, how did you get over it? And I feel like right now I'm still not even over it, because it still bothers me when I think about it. It doesn't hurt my feelings anymore, but it's kind of like, dang, like, my mom has always played like both roles, and she's always done everything for me that she could. So I never really felt like I was missing out. It was just like things like your dad teaching you how a boy is supposed to treat you, or your dad like making the boys that you talk to like scared to hurt your feelings because like, you know, like just things you see like in movies, in real life, whatever, that dads just are supposed to do. So I guess I got over it by like stopped caring so much about it. My mom made that very easy for me, being that she was everything for me. I didn't even feel the need to have a dad because I was like, what can he do for me that my mom isn't already doing? The next question is, are you still his only child? If you know me, you know I have 2 little sisters, so I'm not my mom's only child anymore. My dad could have 20 kids, and I honestly would never know. Somebody said, who do I look more like? I look like my mom. I am my mom's twin to the T. Somebody said, would you ever go to counseling? And I think they mean, would I ever go to counseling with him? No, because I feel like he would never show up. And he would probably play a blame game and just kind of act like it was my fault, even though I'm the child. You know what I mean? Somebody said, do you regret anything? I don't know what that means. There's nothing for me to regret. Somebody said, and this is the last question, have you ever had a real relationship with your dad? A real one? I'm not going to say no because I don't remember. I don't know. We weren't that close because he always secluded himself from everything. Me, my mom, the house, responsibilities in the house. No, I'm just kidding. I remember we used to go to church together on Sundays when my mom started working on Sundays. And my mom and my dad didn't live in the same house. Me and my mom lived together. Anyways, on Sundays, after church, I would go to his house with him and wait for my mom to get off work. And the whole time I would be at his house on Sundays, we would not talk. I would go in the room that I had, and I would just watch movies or TVs by myself. He never tried to watch, like, movies or TV with me. He was kind of just okay with me not bothering him. I just wanted to answer you guys' questions. If you guys want like specific story times, go to my Instagram and you can ask me on there like for story times, and I'll tell you guys like little ones all together in one video, like how I did my last video, but like in detail. Bye cuties. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bye cuties.